At Their Lives Are Lake series, let us meet passionate birder Shamrat Banerjee, a human resource professional with a decade of experience, avid birder, conservationist, rescuer, nature lover, and wildlife enthusiast. The hobby of birding for Shamrat transformed to addiction and passion 5 years back through the rescue of 2 rose-ringed parakeets from Sialda station who were finally set free in the blue skies. Shamrat's soulmate and life partner, better half Shungita, is a psychologist. By profession, she is a teacher, avid nature lover, rescuer, conservationist, wildlife enthusiast, and protector, as well as bird watcher. Shamrat spoke to the Cinema for a Cause camera.
My name is Shamrat Banerjee. I am a passionate birder by heart. After that, I am a photographer. By profession, I am a human resource professional. I have been working for last 14 years. Currently into a gap due to this pandemic and others. So I am utilizing this time more into my birding skills.
Excellent.
Trying to do a little bit more.
Yeah.
And also trying to improve my skills day by day.
Fantastic.
So this is the place where I started birding actually.
Okay.
The number one is on a daily visit. You have to come down
We
to
have
the
to
field.
see the kind of,
You have to come down to the field.
follow the routine of the bird.
Correct. You have to come down to the field. You have to talk to your senior people, senior birders. You need to learn from them a lot. And then slowly, gradually, you come to know about the birds day by day. And then you come to know about their calls slowly. So I am not equipped with all the calls of the bird, but yes, few. So as when I was entering the Lion Safari Park and one of my most senior birder, Mr. Dhruva Jyoti was there, we heard a call of a bird. It's just like a whistling call.
Correct.
Not exactly whistling, it's a very small note call.
So you initially identify a bird by the sound, is it? The
Generally.
The call, okay.
That comes after a long time in the field.
Okay,
That
yeah,
comes
yeah.
after a long time in
Yeah,
the field
yeah.
because you need to know the
Correct,
sound
correct.
which you are actually listening.
Correct.
So after that, we try to focus on the place from where the call is coming.
Okay.
So we saw a flock of crows being hovering around, and we were sure that there was something something big. So as soon as we were just preparing our camera, it came out.
Oh, okay.
And
Did
then
you
we-
get the shot?
We got the shot.
Fantastic.
We got some shots. Having a Canon 80D
Okay.
as a body, it's a very
I see many are using Canon 80D. Is it a versatile
a Canon
camera?
80D is very good for wildlife photography because it is a basic one.
The focus is very,
Basic
fluid.
one,
Yeah,
very
correct.
easy to use. Major
Correct,
is
correct.
very easy to use,
Correct.
easy to understand the equipment,
Very user friendly.
very user friendly. And my lens is 150-600 mm Tamron G2. It's a third party lens. It is not of a Canon lens, but if we go by price and if we go by the clarity of the picture, I'm very happy.
It's very good
I'm very happy.
value for money.
Value for money. Ravindra Sarovar has been a good place for birders from long ages. So in recent past, when there is a very big group of people with whom we actually get attached, and we try to protect this habitat. If you can see, these are the basic habitats.
Correct.
And we have a very deep habitat inside the park, at the end of the park.
Okay.
We try to protect this habitat from getting destroyed as far as we can do. So since this lockdown was a boon to us,
Yeah.
and we have got a lot of Himalayan birds which are basically passage migrants.
Okay.
They go down south, then when they go back to the Himalayas or the foothills of the Himalayas, they tend to rest in these places. So
Oh.
we have got different type of warblers. We have got different type of flycatchers. The recent past we got ultramarine flycatcher, which is a beautiful blue color bird. It's an ultramarine look, and there were not less than 50-60 people standing at one place to get a glimpse of that bird. It's a
Okay,
very
is it?
small one.
Okay.
So there are a lot of flycatchers that come down to these places. We have Indian Paradise flycatcher. It's one of the main attraction of this place. Now it has become a resident. If we just search a little bit, we can find it right now. So we have Indian Paradise flycatchers. We have ultramarine flycatchers. We have blue-tailed blue flycatchers. So there are a lot of uncommon birds which used to come down. They stopped coming down to this place for some time, and again they are being back.
Fantastic.
So
So
due
that's
to
good
this
news
place,
for birders.
absolutely, absolutely. And if you just go outside this Lion Safari Park and check the main island of this lake, you will find painted storks out there.
Yeah.
So they were there at lake almost 4 years back. They were not there in 4 years in recent past. So again they have came back.
Okay.
Due to the place is good for them, they can build nest and so on and so forth. They can hatch eggs and grow their siblings.
Correct.
There are few places in and around Kolkata. Typically, this is the central part of Kolkata where you do the birding. There is another lake called Subhash Sarovar near Beleghata. It is also a very good hotspot, but less amount of birds are there. If we can protect that place, birds will come down because there is a very big lake out there. In and around Kolkata, we have Chintamani Bird Sanctuary at Narendrapur. It's a marvelous place for birders. It's one of my favorite places. Very dense, very deep. Very difficult to take photos because it's dark inside, but it's an extreme good experience out there if you go. In and around Kolkata, if you just go a little bit beyond Kolkata, I should not say beyond, it is within the Kolkata pin code itself. You go to Baruipur. In northern side, you go to Rajarhat. So these are the places where now we generally travel in and around Kolkata. So these are the hotspots of these for birding facilities. Typically I'll not speak only for Sarovar. I'll speak for every place where there are little bit of trees. Please save trees.
Correct.
Because if you save trees, the floras and faunas will be there.
True.
It looks good. It sounds good when you hear them chirping. And also they are very, very much important for the nature because they have the tendency to pick fruits, drop the seeds somewhere, then the cycle goes on again, the trees comes up. So it is also required that we should zero down the carbon emission. So trees will help us with that. We will have fresh airs majorly. So, and currently the situation is not good, to be very honest. To have a good future for our own people, next generation, next to next generation,
Correct.
we need to have trees. If we have trees, the birds will be there, the mammals will be there, and everything will be healthy.
Excellent.
So stop cutting trees. Please take care of the habitat.